Carol here from That Irish Schoolhouse. Welcome to my channel. I don't really post up very regularly at the moment. The reason for this channel is to help people, and so if I feel like I don't have anything helpful to share, I'm not just gonna post up a video of me waffling, which is usually what my videos are anyway. So today we are going to talk about how to choose a curriculum. So I think the first thing to look at or to do is to Google. So just do your research, kind of think about, I know people talk about a mission statement. I thought of doing a mission statement the first time, but I did think, what is unmovable? What are my things that I want to do? I wanted to do some sort of written work. There's a huge thing in Ireland right now about unschooling, and I knew that was not the route I wanted to go. I knew that my main core subjects I wanted to do was English and maths, and then everything else I could just add on when I felt, or when I found a good book, or as wanted, and even if I didn't find something or didn't add on, at least my children would be equipped, I felt. Again, this is all my personal opinion, so don't go telling me, oh, your children could blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so research. Just Google what other people do, and what other people, what curriculums people are liking for certain genres or certain kind of styles of homeschooling. So sometimes you might think, especially before you start homeschooling, you have this idea in your mind, either it's school at home, or I want it to be a certain way. And then when you start, you realize, oh, actually, I can get a lot more done than I thought. So actually I should get, harder or more difficult resources, or actually it's taking longer than I expected, so I need to rein it in and drop down a level or something like that. Or I thought I would love lots of written work. When I'm saying I mean talking about your children, you and your children. I thought written work would be the way to go, but it's actually ruining the relationship between me and my child. And so actually I'd like something more visual and something more, reading prep style rather than reading. I don't know. So I think those are kind of like good things to kind of just get a vague understanding of your teaching style or what you would like, and then also looking at your child. You're not going to necessarily know what suits your child best before you order your first bag of curriculum, if that's the way you want to go. I said in a previous video that what suited me didn't necessarily suit my child, and so we changed pretty quick. I would say if you were going to go for an expensive curriculum, I would say do it if that's where you are convinced. Don't order curriculum on a whim. Definitely talk to your partner, your husband, about, does he think this is a good idea, and the reasons why you would like it, and ultimately be prepared that if it doesn't work, that you are willing to change. Because I think, my personal opinion is that not to continue on something that's not working. And that is one of the pros of homeschooling, is that when you see something that is not working, you have the ability to change it straight away. It's not a one size fits all. All children are different. Any mamas out there know that hand-me-downs don't always work because what one child liked, the next child doesn't necessarily want to wear. And so I think that's kind of similar in homeschooling too. So what works well with one child might not necessarily work well with the next, but you kind of know where you're going from there. The second thing is, just get a curriculum. If that's the way you're going, or if you're going unschooling, then just start. It's only when you're in it that you're going to know. And you can tweak then. I'd say definitely keep up the motivation and keep the momentum going in your homeschooling, because I think the worst thing in homeschooling, one of the worst, there's a lot of bad things, is when you kind of let yourself get down, and when you stop trying. Either you stop trying to make it fun, or you just stop trying and you're like, oh, we'll take a day off here. Oh, we'll take another day off. Oh, I need to do extra laundry. And then suddenly one day becomes half a week, becomes 2 weeks, and you might have gotten literally the bare minimum done, or even nothing at all. And then you actually start feeling down. You start feeling bad about yourself, like, what, why did I even decide to start this journey? So just keep going. Just start and keep going. Every little genuinely helps. And then I think I'm in probably a blessed position insofar as we tried school and it didn't work. So mentally, I know it's not better for my child. So that really kind of gives me a sense of, no matter what I do, within reason, it's better for him and for my daughter too. So that's the second thing, is just choose the curriculum or whatever and start. Hey boo. And then the third thing, which kind of ties into the second thing, is don't be tied into a certain style or certain curriculum. Go with the flow of your child and grow with your child. We are already hitting, so I have a almost 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 7-year-old, and hey boo, oh, you got a new dress. And an 11-year-old, and they are all at different stages in life. And I think as not only their personalities, but also their ages kind of dictates what type of style or how much you can do. So the younger ages are definitely easier to deal with and easier to teach. And maybe you might get to a point where your, preteen is becoming so defiant in your relationship that actually just, online maths or online tutorials are better. Because for us, ultimately, the relationship is more important with our kids. My mommy and child relationship with my kids is far more important than what they do or don't learn. I think ethics and character and being a hard worker and just honesty is far more important than getting straight A's in any type of learned subject. You can be the meanest person and get 600 points in your leaving cert. And so that's not what I want for my children. I want to raise them in a certain way and with a certain background. And so that is how we then choose how to homeschool. And we... no, because Mike is sleeping.
No, in my bedroom.
No, because you'll drop it. How about I do your nails for you after?
Okay.
I'll be 2 seconds. My daughter wants me to do her nails. And right now that is more important than this video. I hope it's been helpful. I'll probably edit down a lot, so goodbye.